Hey everybody, it's Mike Moo here. Today we're going to take a look at two of some cases that I will be using particularly when I'm outside. So when I'm cycling, I love my Peak Design everyday cases, and now they have introducing the new GNAR case from Peak Design. It's a little bit more rugged. We're going to take a look at this for the first time together, and we'll see what might work out well for you. Again, I'm going to be doing it with my dummy iPhone 17 Pro Max. Of course, this is black. It doesn't come in black. I'm actually recording on the 17 Pro Max right now. So the first one we're going to take a look at is the everyday case. This is something that is perfectly fine for using every day as it advertises, and I have found that it actually protects my phones very well. I have literally had my phone drop off, my fault, due to not securing it properly on my bike while going 20 some miles per hour. Crazy. On the road, no damage to the phone. So this is, I can definitely vouch for the ruggedness of this case. And looking at this is a new color for me. It has a different feeling altogether. The one that I had has more of a fabric type of rugged liner, kind of like this right here. And this is smooth, kind of like some vegan leather. So that is different. The opening here is huge, of course. There's actually less protection here than the old cases, and that's because of the new huge hump that we have on the 17 Pro Maxes. But everything else looks pretty similar. Ooh, there's a little bit of creaking here. That's because everything is in fact glued together, and the magnets are typically very strong. I presume that's going to be the same, exactly the same with it. And if I remember correctly, putting it in is fairly easy too. And there's a little bit of a lip here. It looks like it's actually slimmer than previous years. I'm gonna have to take a closer look at that and let you know. But this does look a little bit less protective, but overall slimmer. So it might make sense that I just switch completely to the GNAR case altogether in that case. Buttons, perfectly fine. There's actually here a little bit of a capacitive section here in case you use the camera control. I only use it to activate my camera. So overall, a little bit different. I'll just say that, a little bit different. Okay, so that's the everyday case. Now we're going to take a look at the GNAR case here. This is the one that's definitely an upgrade as far as ruggedness goes, just by virtue of it being a little bit thicker. And if you can see down here, there's actually a section here that closes the plug up on a USB-C port, gives you a little bit more protection. I take it that may or may not bother some of us depending on how often we charge our phone. So I'm going to, of course, test this out over the next few weeks and let you know. Okay, so this is the new color. This one's a little bit harder to get, just like the orange version that I have. And this really stands out. So this is going to be really easy to spot in the dark because of this. This has a smooth kind of rubber silicone texture on the outside. That is not what I was expecting at all. From the pictures, I was actually expecting something a little bit rough, but this is smooth all around. As you can see, this is protruding quite a bit more than the everyday case. If you can see that, let me zoom in a little bit. So it protrudes a little bit more. So there's more protection for the camera bump. That much is for sure. And also, a little bit thicker. See that? Just a little bit thicker. So it will also give you a little bit more protection. Inside feels about the same. You got the GNAR logo right there, indicated as GNAR case. Creaking wise, sounds about the same. And of course, this is where all the magic happens, where it attaches quickly to its own little mechanism here. We have what looks like the same capacitive camera control over here. Buttons cut out are also perfectly fine. I believe they're aluminum. There's some grippy design all around here, which is missing from the everyday case. So this is super smooth, whereas this gives you a little bit more grip. Here's a little bit of the differences. Slight differences in the thickness. So it doesn't add that much more, but it definitely protects the camera quite a bit. And of course, this is just a big, huge cutout. Also the same here. So the only protection here is the protrusion here, but there's no protection over here like there is in some certain other cases. But I can understand how if you have some protection here and you get some stuff in between, it could mess up with your camera function. So I guess I can go either way on that. All right, now taking a look at the bottom, as you can see, there is a plug here that you just pull out. Let's see how easy or hard it is to pull out. Oh, I have a feeling I'm going to be bothered by this, but it's okay. If you don't like it, you can cut it out. But it's actually fairly tight. It's definitely something that is perfectly fit for the bottom. Let's see how easy it is. Again, if you're wearing gloves, good luck. You're not going to pull that out. But hopefully you have enough power throughout the whole time that you're shooting in order for it to not be an issue. If you have small fingers like me, probably all right. Not as bad as some other ones that I've tested that are truly waterproof. Okay, so I'm going to take out the black case here. The black iPhone off of the case. And stick it in NAR. Okay, it's a little bit tighter. Got to put it in from the bottom. Let me zoom out a little bit. Put it in from the bottom first, then the top. Okay, there we go. Okay, so there is not much protection over here. This is really kind of slim up here. So there's no major lip either. So that part is about the same. In which case you definitely want to put on a screen protector on your new phone. That's for sure. So there's some, not a lot. The main protection appears to be over here. It feels fine. I was a little bit worried that if this was too grippy, sticking it in my pant pockets would be an issue. It's still kind of it doesn't add too much more thickness. So this might be the case for the new everyday case for most people if you want that extra protection, this piece right here. But see, that does add what appears to be an extra, a little bit more. Just a fraction of a millimeter more in terms of protection than the than the everyday case. All right, so there you have it. That's the first look at the new Peak Design everyday case and the new Peak Design GNAR case for the iPhone 17 Pro Max. I have my old iPhone 16 Pro Max and the everyday case that I was using with it, just to take a closer look, and pretty much the same. It didn't really mess with the formula much at all, other than the surface texture of this one feels a little bit more like a compacted suede, whereas this one feels a little bit more fabric. So there's a little bit more grip on here. But as you can see, the wear after dropping it at 20 some miles per hour is a little bit, see, you got a little bit damaged, but it truly did protect the phone just fine. And feeling the lip is pretty much the same. Maybe it sticks out just a little bit more, just a tiny little bit more. I have to say also that these cases obviously work with the iPhone 16 Pro Maxes, probably the earlier. It's just that you could be quite a bit more exposed. See that? You're more exposed right over here. There's no protection, of course, over there in case you thought that you might need it.